these two nations in the sevens world, they haven't been beaten by Portugal, and they last met in London in 2010. A good win for New Zealand, and 35-12 was the score that day, and they gave Portugal a tough time here a couple of years ago. Last time they met in 2002, 54-0. I've got to say, Portugal rugby has come a long way since then, including their victory here yesterday, one of their more significant wins. They beat France, and in that regard, the New Zealand coach Gordon Titchens is saying, no messing about, let's start my best 7 starters. So there they are, Mickelson, Forbes, Rakabula, the forwards, Tomasi Thama and Declan O'Donnell close to the scrum, Frank Halai and Toby Arnold further out. Well, Toby Arnold will actually be close to Thama, won't he, in the midfield. And a strong reserves bench for New Zealand. Coach Titchens has brought potentially 6 forwards here to play. So he's beefed up his New Zealand team. But Pedro Fernandes from Portugal, these are his best players. There are the Matouche brothers, numbers 2 and 6, Diogo and David. And the familiar little guy, Pedro Leal, has been around the tour for a long time, and also in the 15s. Well, many of these players are 15s internationals from the Six Nations Division 2 just a few weeks ago, including the new 5'8" Joseph Gardner. Here they come, Portugal and New Zealand. The referee is a Frenchman, Laurent Cardona. So what's at stake in this game here is these two teams both vying to continue their winning ways. Frank Halai has his first starting game here in Hong Kong. There's Toby Arnold. The Portuguese players yesterday played the game of their lives to beat their neighbours, their near neighbours, France, by 12 points to 5. And Pedro Leal, earlier in the week, he was sporting a couple of black eyes from the 15s games. Pedro Leal kicks off for Portugal against New Zealand. Portugal in the red, New Zealand in the traditional black, of course. And here is Leal with the ball. And that's the halfway line. We look at number 10 for New Zealand as Arnold. He's in there in the forwards, gets out to his backline position to face this attack from, nice work by one of the Matouche brothers. That's David, number 6. And away it comes from familiar figure of Ederito Estevez. Good strong work by New Zealand in defence. Arnold, they have possession. Now here's Halai. He's been such a revelation to the New Zealand team in this season. Thama, first touch for Tim Mickelson. They might try to find Declan O'Donnell soon. He's the big bursting runner in the midfield. Oh, they might not need him. Here's Arnold in the clear. He looks for support. And a nice deep pass back to Halai. Gets away from Leal. In comes the defence of Diogo Matouche, number 2. There's DJ Forbes. Good work by the New Zealand captain, Rakambula. This is a dominating period here for New Zealand. Thama, caught by Estevez, outside the 22. Tim Mickelson and Oliveira, number 3 for Portugal. And there's the first touch for O'Donnell. Rakambula now, Halai. And there is the 22. Portugal defence is holding the line at the moment. Big ball to the right from O'Donnell. Thama. It's relentless from New Zealand. Arnold. Well, he was just tipped up by the man on the ground. He tried to keep it going. This is very good defence from Portugal. Joseph Gardner, number 7. Rakambula, plenty of space out, but they can move it one more man wide. Halai, how tall is he? Can he stretch out? He can. All of those tries scored in this season. He began up in Dubai Then played the 2 winning tournaments for New Zealand in South Africa and in Wellington. And then they were beaten in Las Vegas. Frank had a good time there as well with some solid play. Look at this. It was all about the body length in the end, wasn't it? He got there. Pedro Leal gives him a nice embrace, but the difference in the height there made the difference in the scoreboard in the end. 7-0. New Zealand scored 9 tries in their outing yesterday against Korea to win that one 61-0. Portugal's much tighter. There's a nice little chipped kickoff out towards the man who just scored the try, Halai. Picked up nicely by Gonzalo Foro, who's a very good runner if he can get a chance away. And this is good from Oliveira. And very good defence for O'Donnell. We know he's a very busy player, Declan O'Donnell. So far he's only had to make a couple of passes in the run of play. Mickelson, we know how aggressive it is. There's the New Zealand captain, DJ Forbes, who's back in the team after that hamstring problem that saw him leave the field in Wellington in the final. Hello, bit of space for him to move now. Tumbled over the defence there of Leal. And this is a nice lineup for New Zealand. They got Rakambula, 1 to the left, and it's Mickelson flying at the corner. Try for Tim Mickelson. Interesting to see just how close he was to the sideline, either in goal or, well, pretty close in that view, but it's called as the fair try by the referee. The kick is coming next. Tomasi Thama. (12-0). Bit of a swirling breeze just coming around the arena here at Sonkompo. 2 tries for New Zealand in the lead. So their match against France later today will be a good one too. And that's beautifully taken by Federico Oliveira. 40 metres out, he goes to the ground. He's given the ball away to Gonzalo Foro. The referee penalises the New Zealand captain for not a quick release, even though Forbes was signalling, I have released. Nice work here. Here they come. Good run by Gardner. In pass. Where's it gone? Leal is there. Now Pedro Leal, number 4. He's a little guy who plays way above his weight. He's like a little bantamweight tussling away with the light heavies, or in some cases the heavyweights over 100 kgs. And he gives it plenty. There's Toby Arnold. He's far from being a heavyweight. And there's an injured player here, and it's Halai. That might have been where he fell very awkwardly, right up back at halfway. So then Tipton's, there he is, our first look at the New Zealand coach in this game. The manager is Ross Everest, and they fill up little forms and pass them to the assistants. Everyone gets to work here. Oh, that is not a good sight that it's so serious for Frank Halai. He's gone to the sideline. So don't worry, New Zealand has a very strong bench. They're bringing on Bryce Heem, who started yesterday. This man didn't start yesterday. Heem started, made a very good job, but they're getting this sock off very quickly to have a look at ankle problems for Frank Halai. 30 seconds to play. Referee Cardona of Italy, of France. And now this is ambitious for New Zealand. There's the first touch for Avatar himself. Mickelson caught by Estevez outside the New Zealand 22. Heem away to Rakambula. These guys work well as a team. And now the first touch, showing the speed of O'Donnell. Very good run by Gonzalo Foro. And that was a try-saving tackle right on half-time. O'Donnell brought down, and the half-time whistle goes. So no chance of a runaway for another try for Declan O'Donnell that time. Half-time has arrived. New Zealand 12, Portugal 0.
So this is who's the ball do? So remember our pitch is going to be strong here, we're sending guys in, so we know we've got numbers and we can just hold them up. Get the ball out, we'll let's go ahead, let's try to get this ball. 1, 2, 3, all good, all good, all good.
Portugal flag being held high. They've played a pretty good first half against New Zealand as the second begins. It's 12-0, 2 tries, one by Frank Halai, who's left the field, and one by Tim Mickelson. And there is the most direct way to gain good ground, and it's holding up. Nice kick. It held up in front of the goal line, so Tomasi Thama has to bring it out from there. He's got support back in the form of Heem. Heem is chased by Oliveira. But look at that. They're good chasers and tacklers, the Portuguese players. Very vigorous indeed. Referee says it's going to be a Portuguese put in. There's the notebook into which all the details of the game and all the problems and all the successes are written. Nobody gets to look inside those pages. Doesn't look particularly enthused about the game at the moment. He was quite happy with the way that the boys went yesterday. But with one man down and hopefully not a serious injury for Halai, will have to be checked out. Leah. Oliveira. Arnold is the tackler, 20 metres out. Midfield, right by the posts. David Matouche, Gonzalo Foro, Estevez. New Zealand controlling the ball at the moment, controlling the defence, not allowing the ball to break through. Leal, such a busy guy. Keeps it going left, that's Foro. Good tackles coming in again from New Zealand. They're shattering these attacks across the field. Estevez is a good player. There's a good hit on him by O'Donnell and Forbes. And Foro now down the narrow side. This looks good for Portugal. And it's a try for Portugal. And it's going to be a 7-pointer. It's very close to the post. They're on the board and in the game. Gonzalo Foro is the scorer. He makes a good habit of this. He's a 15-a-side World Cup player as well as a sevens player, a bit of a star. So many of the Portuguese players were playing in full 15-a-side internationals. And that wasn't really very good from O'Donnell, was it? He went high and was just shrugged off. This guy's got a good reputation. Then really hard into the shins of Bryce Heem. So the kick is over. It was close enough. It's 12 points to 7 now. So Foro. Portugal have never beaten New Zealand. And they haven't played New Zealand here since 2002. There's a very good kick up by Leo. Got the big man Estevez underneath the ball. New Zealand have lost possession. This is a good Portuguese side going well here. They played well yesterday, showed a lot of character to beat France in a narrow contest, 12-5. Leal. O'Donnell's missed another tackle. Oliveira. Now O'Donnell realising he had to get back quick to make amends, but the little guy got past him. Now a quick throw in. right into a collision with Gardner out there in midfield, and that ball went forward. The referee is right there. Let's have a look at what he says here. Referee Laurent Cardona. Forbes, is it Forbes going to be?
Two, each team, please. Number 4.
Okay.
2, yes, but each team, not just you.
Okay, there's been a substitution. Forbes has gone off, and Scott Curry, you saw him jog on. It looked like the referee might be going to tick some people off or something. That didn't happen. We didn't see an incident. Look what Portugal are doing here. They have possession. Leal, a change of direction by Gardner. And he's a 5/8 in the 15-a-side scene. And there is Estevez. Goal line behind. Pulled away. It's an advantage for Portugal. Out wide. Here's the man who got the try a moment ago. He gets 2. Gonçalo Porto, a 2-try hero for Portugal as they tie up the game with New Zealand now, and the kick is to come. There was a penalty advantage coming the way of Portugal, but Porto said, I'm not waiting for that. So this is a tough ask for Leal, but if he lands it, Portugal go into the lead. He's a good kicker. And it's not bad at all, is it? But it's no goal. So it's 12 all. And Titchens is worried. Gonçalo Porto has gone to the sideline. He's been subbed off the field. So, okay, now we turn the attention on the New Zealand team and we say, what have you got for this situation? They're the top team on the world tour, equal with England, as this Hong Kong event started on 80 points. Lovely kick-off by Leal. Again, it's a hanging ball. It bounced very close to the hand of Carl Murray. Fernandes. His team on the verge of well, perhaps a win for them, but certainly it's at the draw. Look at the time clicking away. It's only going to be 1 or 2 more plays to decide the outcome of this one. It's locked up at the moment. Thame hasn't looked particularly sharp this time. He's caught by Leal. Arnold, they've lost a player. Here is O'Donnell. They need O'Donnell, and they need him now. At halfway, surrounded by 3. He makes the right decision, clears the space. Here come the big crossfield passes. Thame finds Heem at halfway. Finds Scurry in a hurry. Scott Curry. Thame. Look at how the defence has come across. But here's New Zealand in real attack mode. Thame stays in touch after he made the pass, and that's one that's gone coast to coast to coast. Try for Tomasi Thame. And that one looks like it might break the hearts of Portugal. Not content with making the run, he made the pass to Bryce Heem and then ran around to take the second ball, and that put Thame into the clear. It's right under the posts, so the kick is bound to make it a 7-pointer, and that's great tragedy for Portugal. A last-second try, it's converted, so in the scorebooks it'll read New Zealand 19, Portugal 12. New Zealand carry on unbeaten, but a very brave effort indeed by Portugal in this game.
So a narrow escape there for New Zealand, getting through in the end, though, with a 19-12 victory. Let's now take a look at a quick interview with England coach Ben